Hi there, my name is Jeff Boatright from Norlok Technology. I'm going to just go through some slides here just to educate you a little bit on the clinching process, how it works, and then we'll go through some different applications and what you can use it for. So a little bit about the company. I started the company with my stepfather and my mom in 1994. We started in a small little shop, about 1,500 square feet. Since that time, we've now, I guess almost 30 years later, we've got about between 5,000 and 6,000 machines out in the field. We also have machines in about 39 different countries around the world. We've always had the premise that the machines we build need to be built. We called it the BSH, kind of the brick shit house. So we're still servicing a lot of the original machines we built in 1994. So a little bit about clinching. There's this slide up here shows you we basically use pressure to deform the material, lock one layer down inside the second layer, lock it together, and then kind of permanently fasten it together without actually piercing through the material. So we do it in 4 stages. The first stage, we clamp the tooling, so we basically come down with a stripper and a punch, clamp the tooling together. The next stage, we start drawing the material. So we use a punch with an actual specific radius on it. So we start pushing that material down into a die cavity. As that cavity fills up, we can continue applying force, so we squish the material thinner and thinner, and as you squish it, there's 2 movable blades that open up, so it allows it to form that mushroom kind of in the bottom layer. And once that's formed, we have to strip the punch out of the material, and the material is locked together. So there's a quick animation here, kind of shows how the process works. So now that we've had a bit of education on what the process is, let's talk about some different applications. So a lot of the common applications in fields we work in, agricultural, architectural, it's used quite a bit, believe it or not, in the automotive manufacturing, construction, HVAC is probably our largest market, roofing, safety equipment, signage, and channel letters. We're going to talk a bit about the materials we can do this clinching process with. Obviously, mild steel galvanized in the HVAC industry is critical. The nice thing about this process too, we can do it on pre-painted and pre-coated materials. So you don't have to worry about, if you're spot welding, the paint burning off and different situations like that. We can do it with aluminum, essentially any malleable metal. We have specialized tooling. We can do stainless steel. We can do different materials. We can do copper to steel. We can do aluminum to steel. And copper is another big aspect for us. So there's a wide range of products. Basically, anywhere you're fastening sheet metal together. HVAC, as I said, is a big part of the industry. We have a large market in in-ground swimming pools. The steel panels for all in-ground swimming pools. If you have one, most likely they're clinched together. Automotive, I mentioned. There's some examples of agricultural, architectural, roofing systems, and we do have some machines in fasten different safety equipment structures together. So the next question is, why clinch? And I've got some information here. If you're currently using a tech screw, you have to pay for the tech screw. Or if you're riveting, you have to pay for the rivet. And you have to create the hole in most cases. So we can introduce a lot of cost savings without needing to buy the fastener. We can reduce environmental impact. If you're spot welding right now, we don't have the fumes, we don't have the heat, we don't have the mess. It's a nice, safe system It's basically pressure. We have a safety system built into the machine. You can reduce the number of steps, maintain less inventory because you don't need the fasteners, and we generally find most of our customers will improve productivity. The other nice aspect of clinching is you can literally visually inspect the clinch when you're done to make sure it's a good clinch. It's not like a spot weld where you have to throw the part on the floor to make sure you've got a good lock. So you can visually inspect once you're familiar with it and take a look. You can determine whether it's a good clinch or not. We also have some very handy go, no-go gauges and tools that you can measure the clinch so you don't have to destroy the part once it's clinched if you're doing your quality control. So we have several different machine styles that over the last 30 years we've developed for different industries. We kind of have our standard HVAC line. The heavy-duty Sherlock 3, the first one you see, is actually geared for heavier gauges. We can fasten up to 2 pieces of 10 gauge on that machine. Our standard Sherlock 3, which is what Sean has brought in here, that's kind of a very versatile machine that services a lot of different industries. That machine you see on the end is specifically designed for the HVAC industry, your standard boots, fittings, residential light ductwork. It's extremely fast, so the operators can spit out those fittings in the shortest time possible. We have portable machines that the LL4000 is specifically designed for the sign industry. Channel letters like you see on your Walmart or in your strip malls, all those channel letters, most of them are put together with our letter lock machines. And again, I said we have portable, heavy and light, different variations. Another aspect of Norlok, since we started in '94, we've specialized in trying to answer the customer's special applications. So we have a full engineering department. So if you have a part that doesn't fit into one of our standard machines, we're very good at designing specialized equipment, even multiple hit systems. We have, whether you need a special access into a part or you want to do 16 clinches at once to put your part together, we have a full engineering department and a lot of experience in building those pieces. Just a few on here, the one in the top in the middle, it actually puts an entire elevator floor together in one station. So if you've ever been on an elevator and you're standing on that platform, a lot of those platforms have been put together with our clinching machines. The one down in the corner here actually puts together a complete oven door assembly. They input all the different parts for the oven door. It goes into the machine, 2-hand anti-tie down, locks the whole door together, and spits it back out. And the one on the lower right is actually puts industrial cable trays together. So you can put in your 2 side rails and all your cross struts, and it indexes it through and spits out 20-foot long cable trays out the end. And that's about it. Any questions?